Sometimes great responsibility takes more than one person to tackle.
Great. And now I'm in danger.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Spider-Men who aren't Peter Parker. Are you a fan of this video? Be sure to subscribe to catch our latest show, The Bolt to E3. 4 gamers take an epic road trip from San Fran to LA, gaming all the way. Watch the whole series now on WatchMojo. For this list, we're looking at clones and other characters who have taken over the mantle of Spider-Man in some form or another, while excluding Peter Parkers from alternate realities or people controlling his body, like Doc Ock did in Superior Spider-Man. Number 10, Peter Ross, aka Spider-Boy. What do you get when you cross Spider-Man with Superboy? Well, that's the idea behind this teenaged wall crawler. Hailing from the Amalgam universe, where characters from Marvel and DC are combined to create new, crappier heroes, Spider-Boy is born out of a cloning experiment that kills the real Peter Parker. The head of the experiment, General Thunderbolt Ross, adopts the clone and names him Peter. But when a mugger kills General Ross, or Uncle Jen, Peter assumes the identity of Spider-Boy to fight evil. What makes Ross so unique is that his spider powers stem from his ability to control his own personal gravity. That and his sweet web pistol. Number 9, Cindy Moon, aka Silk. A high school student at a science exhibit is bitten by a radioactive spider and gains amazing superpowers. Does that sound familiar? Bitten by the same spider that bit Peter Parker, Cindy Moon, aka Silk, inherits an even more potent version of his powers. After spending years in a bunker believing that she was keeping her family safe from the villain Morlun, Cindy escapes with the help of Spider-Man and a newfound lust for life, and lust for Peter too. Unlike Peter, Silk has the trademark ability to shoot organic webs from her fingertips, which she often uses to create sharp web claws to keep her foes at bay as she searches for the family she left behind years ago. Number 8, William Braddock, aka Spider UK. This Spider-Man is actually an amateur Captain Britain from an alternate reality. During the events of Spider-Verse, where Spider people from all over the multiverse are hunted down, Billy joins forces with other Spider-Men and forms the Spider Army. What makes this Spider-Man so great is his strong resolve. When Pavatir, another Spider-Man, suffers an existential crisis and believes that he is expendable, Spider UK is the one to restore morale by stating that each Spider-Man is unique and necessary in their own way. He proves his heroism when other Spider heroes return to their homeworlds, yet Billy, whose world has been destroyed in the conflict, stays behind to protect the Earths without a Spider-Man. Number 7, Max Borne, aka Spider-Man. An alternate version of Spider-Man from the year 2199 and the leader of the Time Spinners, a sort of time police. Max's job is to prevent disruptions in the time field. Unlike the actual Spider-Man, he prefers tech over spider powers and relies on his chrono-mechanical spider suit in order to fight crime. The suit comes with a plethora of features, including your 4 mentally controlled mechanical arms, electric webbing, and visual sensors that allow him to forecast the most probable future. Oh, and it also lets him travel through time. Number 6, Mayday Parker, aka Spider-Girl.
Sorry, Nicole. I'm gonna be late. I'm dealing with something. Something very minor.
Wait, what? Nicole?
Like father, like daughter. In a world where Peter finally manages to get his life together, he settles down with wife Mary Jane and daughter May. After a battle with the Green Goblin costs him a leg, he decides to retire as Spider-Man and focus on his family. Initially hiding his past from her, everything comes to light when May develops her own set of spider powers. When Normie Osborn, Green Goblin's grandson, attempts to, restore the family name, Mayday does the same and becomes Spider-Girl in order to stop him. Inheriting her mother's charisma and her father's intelligence, Spider-Girl continues to thwart evil under the guidance of her loving parents. Number 5, Kaine Parker, aka Scarlet Spider. All the power, none of the responsibility. Originally created by the Jackal, Kaine was the first clone of Peter Parker. However, a flaw in the process caused his body to degenerate, leaving him disfigured but giving him enhanced powers like organic webbing and 2 retractable claws. Rejected, Kaine fled the Jackal and eventually became a vigilante, taking on the role of Scarlet Spider. Unlike Spider-Man, however, Kaine isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. Literally. His signature move, the Mark of Kaine, brands his victims with his corrosive handprint. You don't want to get on his bad side. Number 4, Gwen Stacey, aka Spider-Woman. In this world, Gwen Stacey, not Peter Parker, is the one bitten by a radioactive spider, causing her to become Spider-Woman. Initially taking a carefree approach to her powers, she gets a wake-up call when the Peter Parker of her world accidentally turns himself into the lizard and then dies. Blamed for his death, Gwen attempts to clear her name by making her city safe with the help of her father, Commissioner Stacey. Known as Spider-Gwen to her fans, her main claim to fame is her insanely popular costume, but what really earns her a spot on this list is the fully fleshed out world she inhabits, complete with interesting characters and very clever twists on the Spider-Man mythos. Number 3. Ben Reilly, aka Scarlet Spider, Spider-Man.
My name is Ben Reilly. I'm related to this reality's Peter Parker.
How?
I'm his clone. Or maybe he's my clone. We're not sure.
Another clone of Peter Parker who was originally created to fight Spider-Man. The two eventually become partners, with Ben taking on the moniker of Scarlet Spider. During the infamous clone saga, it was revealed that Peter might in fact be Ben's clone. As such, Ben took on the role of Spider-Man, allowing Peter to focus on his personal life. However, when Ben eventually died saving Peter's life from the Green Goblin, it was revealed that Ben was the true clone all along, as his body disintegrated into dust. That's science for you. Anyway, as Spider-Man, Ben brought a new look to the hero with bulkier, enhanced web shooters that allowed him to shoot different kinds of projectiles, popularizing impact webbing. Number 2. Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099.
Who are you? Are you me? And what's up with the costume? Is that a metallic fiber?
In the year 2099, while attempting to recreate the powers of Spider-Man, geneticist O'Hara has his DNA spliced with a spider's and thus becomes the Spider-Man of that era. Born of Irish and Mexican descent, Miguel is the first Latino to become Spider-Man, and even assembled his suit from a Dia de los Muertos costume. Set in a cyberpunk future New York, Spider-Man 2099 is a symbol of resistance that fights the evil corporations of the future. Originally part of a series of comics depicting future versions of Marvel heroes, Spider-Man 2099 is one of the few characters who still appears to this day thanks to his fascinating character and fully realized world. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man.
My name is Miles Morales, and I'm Spider-Man.
Originating from the Ultimate Universe, Miles Morales received his great power the same way that Peter did, and much like the original Spider-Man, he didn't want the great responsibility that came with them at first. That is, of course, until Peter's death at the hands of the Green Goblin. Inspired by Peter's heroics, Miles continues to act as Spider-Man in his place, with the added benefit of unique powers like invisibility, still trying to juggle his student life with his superhero life. This Spider-Man takes the top spot by being a refreshing reminder of the early days of Peter Parker, while still providing unique and original stories for a new generation.
It's been good meeting you.
Look, you may not have been able to save the other Peter Parker, but today, you saved me.
Do you agree with our picks? Don't forget to check out The Bolt to E3, a brand new series from WatchMojo, where 4 gamers take an epic road trip from San Fran to LA, gaming all the way.